The truth is an irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence. Islamic leaders silence. Kings and queens silence. Traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are the workers of composite call. Now by area, why no better? We are the workers of composite call. One guy's out here, why no better? Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he needed to know see what I see so. Now your friend on a night come at them. Only papi obeka na sembia. So I want to bet you too. Everybody was afraid. And until I to my cottage again, once my boy dumping one and I see. But who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me. Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini. Aku drop on yina dalima. And see who go say the truth. Obiaja konson so to close your mansa to me be a kakobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo when you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Hanya safwe mo ayini. Akuku drop for you na darling ma. And who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Kachisa would your mouth pipinuma. Would your mind never shine my frafonsa? But who go tell the truth? DUC silence. Even journalists silence. Oh, then who go say the truth? Right is right. Wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help.
Yo, Yamamu Ajo, Esan, Emamu Akaba, Edubano Kerme, Ding at the Antonia Kipa, Ifa, Ania de Nocrenum, Atubibia, it was the Edda.
Tune in on today's Ghana News TV on our usual socio-political show, MyView.
Today, and Today Ghana News TV, so on Today Ghana News TV, we're going live on YouTube.
And then Yamiasi, and then so I have ready person in which share Today Ghana News TV, Casafidia issue.
Today Ghana News TV, we are the masters of the game.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to your favorite socio-political TV show, MyView show here live on Today Ghana News TV. Also live on Sakina Information Center in Tatali in Northern Ghana. Also live in High FM 93.7 in Achunhima in the Eastern region. Also live on the King's Radio in Accra and on all your favorite social media platforms. Being the maiden edition of this particular show this year, we would like to welcome you all by also wishing you a very wonderful and happy new year. As you may be aware, and being regular viewers and listeners of the show, you would also know that we have been off air for some time. We took a few weeks break to replenish our energies and our strength and prepare ourselves for this year. This because this year in particular is a very important year. It's a year of great significance, not only to all our cherished viewers and listeners in Ghana, but also on the African continent. Why do I say this? I say this because this year, 2024, there are approximately close to 20 elections taking place on the African continent. And that is why this year is very important. And being a socio-political show, you know that all our interest is always on developmental matters, and to the effect that politics is developmental, and most developmental issues also have to do with politics. This lies squarely in our bosom and is something that is of great interest to us. And as such, this year, in addition to all our other social activities and other developmental matters that we are going to be discussing, politics is going to play a very important and key role in our activities for this year. And as such, we want to start the show or this year with a show that looks broadly at the political terrain or political environment and the things that are playing out in the political environment that will prepare us as we move into the campaign season or the political season proper. And as such, we want to begin this year by taking a look at, the activities, of the main political party in Ghana in particular, which is the NDC. And today, they are joining us to give us their perspective as they gear up for elections 2024. And of course, we cannot talk about the NDC without having the NDC present on the show. And so today, we are fortunate to be joined by the ever energetic, ever flamboyant, ever eloquent member of the NDC communications team in Germany. She is a member of the Hamburg branch, and she is in the person of Madam Caroline Osei Ajaku. Madam Caroline.
Yes,
good evening.
Albert. Good evening, Albert. Good evening to your viewers and your listeners in Sakina Radio Tatale, Sakina Communication Center, or whatever you call it. Good evening to everybody in Tatale. And I'm so grateful to be on this show this evening. Yeah.
Yes, I am sure. Yes, I am sure that our people in Tatali, as usual, they are listening to us, and all over Ghana, all our viewers, our listeners, and of course, to our faithful viewers who are in the diaspora as well, those in the Americas and those in Europe who do well to join us every evening on this show. Madam Carolina, how are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. I'm excited about this year. I'm excited that we are coming to the end of a certain reign in Ghana. I'm excited that Ghanaians have the opportunity to bring in the able President Mahama. I'm so expectant, and I know that Ghanaians will make the right choice. So we are excited. We are just waiting, and we know that Ghanaians are going to fight with us to make the most important change in the history of Ghana politics.
But Carol, we can see the excitement in your face. We can hear it in your voice.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Calm down. We'll get there. This excitement that you are feeling, is that a general feeling that is resonating in your party as you gear up to the elections?
Yes, Albert, I don't know if you've been following us. I don't know if you've been following President Mahama's campaign. You will see the excitement in the people. You see how people are eager to meet him. Places where you never think that they will receive him with such open arms. You see it. An example is Kumasi. So, I mean, I don't need to say it. I'm not the one to really say some. You can tell that Ghanaians are ready for the comeback of JM, the second coming of JM. So the grassroots, we are happy. The whole party, we are solidly behind President Mahama. I mean, we gave him 99.8%. So this should tell you how we are ready, how we are happy to back him, to be behind him and push him and make sure. And remember, Albert, it's about our lives. We live in Europe, isn't it? I mean, if you have a government in power that is doing the right things, it will affect you. There is a ripple effect. Maybe, for example, if you're supposed to send 10 euro back home, and because people are getting jobs, your cousins, your nephews, people around you, your friends have something to do, you might only send 5 euros. So it's not about anybody, it's about us. It's about us.
So, Madam Carolina, from what you are saying, it's not.
Caroline is okay.
Caroline is okay.
Yes, Caroline is fine.
Thank you. So, from what you are saying, it's not just excitement that is amongst you, the NDC members, but it is also excitement that is across the entire country, and the people are expectant. And people are waiting for you. The question is, are you ready? Is your party ready for the coming elections?
Albert, when I hear such questions, it needs to be asked, so I'll answer you. But as a Ghanaian, I mean, anybody in Ghana who might be having doubts and might be thinking that, the NDC, they are not ready, then I think we still need a lot as Ghanaians to look at, because we were here, we were in Ghana when people came and sold something very nice to us. For example, maybe you had your wife at home, and then some man came and said that, your husband is not very nice at all. Me, when I marry you, I will be very nice. I will buy you a house. I will buy you a car. I'll be taking you on holidays. I won't offend you. I will give you everything within 18 months. You see, I'll build you a mansion, so that before you were living in a 3-bedroom house with your small garden and everything, even though the garden wasn't all that you wanted, you still could go into your garden and take something and come to your kitchen and cook. Then this man comes along and says that I'll do everything. And then at the end of the day, you realize that the man took you to, pardon my French, Atakwame. You see, there is this Atakwame dying. This man takes you in there. This man makes you go to the farm you go and harvest cassava. After harvesting the cassava, you don't even have tomatoes and pepper. You only boil the cassava and put it and dip it in oil and eat. And then if you say that, I want to go back to my loving husband, and somebody comes to ask you that, are you sure this is your life? What would you say? So this is my small answer to you. With what Ghanaians have been through, we I mean, we are so ready to go. That is like that wife. She's ready to go. So if you come to ask, are you prepared? She will do everything. And she knows that this man that she was with her did all the right things. So as Ghanaians have seen between, people say, your tone, your color TV, their cotton black. Have you heard people saying that? Have you seen people taking stones and giving it to President Mahama? It tells you what they are feeling. It tells you the disappointment. And let nobody fool you. Let nobody tell you that the NDC and the MPP are the same. They are disappointed MPP members. You understand? So we are really prepared. Look at the way we organize our elections. Look at the way we organize our parliamentary elections. Look at how organized we are. Nobody should tell you that we are hungry for power. We are ready to save this country. So this is my answer to you, Albert.
Okay, so as the woman who is ready to go back to the loving husband, one thing that your party can do to give Ghanaians the assurance that you are fully complete and set and ready to go would be to, if you like, announce the person who is going to be assisting your loving husband in order to provide the goodies that was given that used to be given to you, and that would be in the person of probably the vice or the running mate to your presidential candidate, somebody who is quite close to your party. We know that the name has not been announced yet, but can you hint us, can you nudge us towards where we are going to, who this person is going to be?
Well, I can't, I'm sorry, I won't be able, I'm not in that position. I'm not in that position to give you such an information because
that is understandable.
Yes, that's understandable. Not in that position, but I can assure you, Albert, I don't have the power to even say that this is because it's President Mahama. And one thing I can assure you about President Mahama is that he always makes the right choices. You remember our former president, our former vice president, Pakwesi Amisa. Look at such a fine gentleman. He was his vice president. I mean, nobody could say anything about such a man. Look at the last election that we went for, 2020 election. Professor Jenana Obukwadu. I mean, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. I've not seen, there are so many women who are so knowledgeable. I'm yet to see somebody who studied. And you see, it's not only somebody who has studied and has all the degrees and all those things who can only be, but somebody who applies what he has studied. You remember when she was in the Ministry of Education? You look at what she did. We have so many people. And I tell you, anybody President Mahama chooses is qualified, competent, will not be a talkative, will not speak a lot without anything to show. Now Ghanaian politics has become, I don't know, some of us who are even envisaging, some of us who are even hoping to get to the top, we get worried sometimes because it has become a game of those who can talk and those who can speak lies, those who can say things they cannot do. And so they are always, because they know that the moment most Ghanaians, we are gullible, we are vulnerable. The moment you come and tell us sweet things, we are happy. But NDC, we don't do that. You see, whoever President Mahama will choose won't be a talkative. His or her videos will not be played in the next 4 years to say, look at you. You are the one. You are the one in this video. You are the person we are, and now look at you. It's not somebody who will be able to answer in the next 4 years. So I tell you that it will be a very good vice president.
Well, we are going to be waiting for the announcement, but at least, can you at least tell us when to expect an announcement from His Excellency? Hello, Madam Caroline. It seems we are having a few difficulties with our guest. We'll rectify that, and then she would rejoin us to bring us up to speed with the preparations of the NDC towards the upcoming elections later on this year. So just before we lost Madam Caroline, she was trying to, give us a background on what the state of her political party is. And she gives us the assurance that her party is quite excited, and that they are excited for the task that they are going to be entrusted to, because she's confident that having experienced what His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama offered the people of Ghana, and having experienced what the MPP government, led by the Nana Addo Bawumia government, have put Ghana through and Ghanaians through over this period, she and her party are confident that Ghanaians now know the difference between what is black and what is white, and what is sweet and what is bitter, and that come during the elections, Ghanaians would make the necessary change and bring her party to power. And that is what is making them excited and making them, gear up well for the coming elections. And she also says that this is not only within their party alone, but that this excitement is something that spreads across the entire Ghanaian populace. And actually, that is not only excitement, but it's also expectation from Ghanaians for the NDC to come and redeem and revitalize and rejuvenate various aspects of the Ghanaian society and the Ghanaian environment and the Ghanaian economy, and to restore their lives and their livelihoods. And also, before she left us, she was trying to, give us assurance that she and her political party are ready for the elections. She tried to make us understand that even though His Excellency has not announced his running mate, and well, of course, per the NDC party constitution, that decision is the sole prerogative of the presidential candidate. Of course, he's going to make that decision in consultation with his political party. But she is very assured, and also wanted to reassure our listeners and our viewers that His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama is a man of very good judgment, and that he is one that when entrusted with the decision to make this choice, he's going to make the right choice and bring somebody who would partner him to do a very good job. And I think that we have our guest back online, and she is going to be joining us shortly. Technology is our friend, but also our nemesis at the same time. And so occasionally it fails us every now and then. But we have our guest who has rejoined us. And thank you very much for rejoining us, Madam Caroline. So, before you left us, we were trying to find out from you. We know that you cannot tell us the...
Thank you, Albert. I don't know what's happening.
Yes, it's fine. We will try to pick up from where we stopped. So we appreciate the fact that you are unable to.
Yes.
You are unable to.
Yes, and I was saying, I was saying that. Can you hear me, Albert?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, I was saying that. Yes, I was saying that whoever President Mahama is going to put forward as the vice presidential candidate is not going to be running. I said it is going to be someone who can do the job.
Wonderful. We know that you cannot give us a date, as you cannot give us a person, as this is the prerogative of His Excellency, as you said. But do you have an idea?
No, I don't have that power, please.
Not
Sorry?
even to tell us the date. Not even
I
to tell
don't
us
have
the
that
date.
power. I don't have that power. It's President Mahama who has that power to announce it.
That's fine.
See?
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
I can't take up. Yes, I can't take up a club that wouldn't fit me.
It might fit you later in the future, but not now. So we'll wait for His Excellency to make that announcement. So. All right. But elections are a matter of contest, and going for competition, you don't go for competition alone. You go for competition with other people, and you are coming against a group of people who have had the opportunity to be in charge of the stewardship of the country for the past 7 years, close to 8 years now. And they have come up with a very catchy slogan that they want to break the 8, which means that they are not prepared to hand over power anytime soon to your party, even though, you say you are ready. And in preparation for that, they have been, having their internal elections to. They've already elected their presidential candidate, and they recently went to the polls to elect their party representatives in parliament, or the contestants for MP positions in the various constituencies. Generally, what would you make of the process that took place? What's your general assessment of that process? It appears we have lost our guest again. We would hope that she is going to join us very soon. And so when she rejoined us, she tried to tell us that she doesn't have the prerogative to announce president running mates, or even announce the time that that information is going to be given out. But she was very confident that that's going to be done soon, and to be done by the presidential candidate, who is in the person of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, and that he would do so when the time is right, and the time is going to be soon. And also, we try to get her impression, and she's back with us. So, Madam Caroline, what we tried to find out was for you to give us your general impression on the internal contest that just took place with your main opposition for the upcoming.
Albert, Albert, I think you mentioned something about the MPP saying they are not ready to hand over power to the NDC.
Well, they say they are going to break the 8. That is the mantra, that they want to break the 8-year political cycle, whereby every political...
They want to, but they can't. You see, they can't, because you can only, Ghanaians will give you another mandate, 4 years, if you've been able to make their lives better.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the primary school when President Kufuor said that she was sitting in network about. I heard it. You see, when you take the exchange rate from 3.8, when being handed over in December 2016, it was 3.8 to $1. When you take it from 3.8, and when President Mahama was handing over, let's say roughly 4.2. You take it to 17. And now we are trying to survive around 12.3, 12.5. You see, when you increase fuel from a gallon of fuel, which was, let's say, 15 Ghana cedis, you take a liter to 23, and now you are struggling to maintain 13 and 16. Now, when you buy a ball of kenke for 1 Ghana cedis or 2 cedis, and now you are buying it for 5 cedis. When you are paying rent, when your electricity bills have been increased by a percentage of 72 going on 78. Now, I'm giving all these indications because I know that somebody listening to me can go on the internet and find out. So I'm not here to throw in any figures or to say that I know more than anybody can go and just find out. When President Mohammed's West Corruption Index was 43, and President Kufuor's one is the best, 43, for continuous 4 years. And they have, if you're not careful, you say they have the effrontery to speak against President Mahama, the one who built Circle Dubai, the one who built hospitals, UGMC, the one who built Kotoka Terminal 3. I mean, the one who built Formina when he was leaving, it was at around 90 or let's say 80%. The market in Kumasi, Doom,
the KJT
market.
Yeah.
It was NDC time that we built the Atuabo gas. Look, nobody should come and try and change the whole thing and make it seem. You see, there is this perception and there is this picture that has been painted for people to look at for a very long time when I was a child. And these are people who said they are learned. Me, I'm not learned that way. But at least I can read and write. I can understand simple grammar. I can understand when I have to pay more now than last 6 or 4 years ago. This is basics. These are fundamentals. Vice President Maubia said it. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rates will expose you. What things? Is it that when it comes to the MPP, the conversation is different? Is it that when it comes to the MPP, we have a different pen and the marking scheme for them? I want to entreat Ghanaians to wake up because this country has been built on integrity. Let nobody come into power to come and change our standards. You see, now we've come to the point where even the law, I am not a law student, I studied engineering. The law can be interpreted into the way the person feels he wants to have it. We were in this country when somebody who is sitting in the chair of a speaker of parliament says that he can get up and go and vote and come back and come and sit down. We've reduced our politics to games and jokes. Even some of us who are not at that level, we won't play this way. We won't joke like this. And when you speak, people have the mind to tell you, come and tell us what Mahama will do. When you speak, people have the mind to tell you, come and tell us the integrity of. Look, do you know somebody of integrity? This is a man of one wife for years. This is a man that has shown that he understands democratic governance. This man, he's shown that he has the people at heart. It's shown, look at the way he speaks to them when he goes on his campaign. Look at it. The basics. He speaks the basics. You know, people, you are here. We need to make sure that Okada, we do it. And they think that we need to hear grammar. In Ghana, all you need to do is for somebody to put you in a room and teach you grammar for a year. When you come out, you are a star. Is that how our politics has been reduced to? Is it what we call people who have the men, a party that have the men, a party that has the men and women come into NDC? Sometimes I feel inferior. With a little I say, sometimes I feel like you are not there. And look at another place is the opposite. The little noise. Is it because we are not tagging the policies? We are not putting slogans on the policies that we are bringing? Or is it because when we do it, we don't name it? One Kotoka Airport Terminal 3, one Accra. I mean, I don't know what they want.
Madam, what you are saying is that they are not in the position to break the 8 as they are promising.
They can't.
Even
nature, Albert, wait, nature. Those, I am a Christian. Those who don't believe in anything, let me put it that way. Even God will not allow it.
Okay. No, but you know what? While Ghanaians you say Ghanaians may be suffering, and even God would not allow it. As I was saying, they are also preparing, and over the past few weeks, they went for primaries to elect their candidates for parliament, for the contest for parliamentary seats. Generally, I mean, just give us your general idea. We'll try to zoom in on it a little, but your general impression about what happened.
You see, what you see is what you get. Whatever you put in is what you get. This party here, I remember, as I always want to go back when I was in primary school. I used to hear people say the NDC is a violent party. You see, they say veranda boys and all. And they touted it so much that it entered the minds of Ghanaians, the hearts of Ghanaians. They were the ones who were like that. But because they had not gotten the opportunity, they were trying to tell us how they are, the way their character. They were telling about Ghanaians were not listening. They were telling us this is what we are made up of. And anybody who wants to know Ghanaian history should read about the Dankwa Busia. We don't have time to talk about it. I don't know everything about it. But the little I know, go and read about them. These are the same people who went to blast Kwame Nkrumah, who put a bomb in a small girl's hand. These people. And yes, these people. And President Rawlings was a military leader, but I saw his reign as a young girl, as a little girl. You understand? So it shows how there is this adage in Chi. Today I'm trying to put in, they say, Abuebia are not operate. If there is an animal that wants to, you see, you'll be struggling. Yeah. You see, this is what's happening to MPP. You have a sitting member of parliament telling the police that, listen, I'm going to slap somebody, mark it. And the police is saying, Honorable, take your time.
Just a moment. Just in case, just in case we are not all familiar with this incident you are referring to. I think we have a video that my producer probably would show. It's just a few minutes clip and then we'll return to it. Producer, if you have the video.
And get him beaten. Well, I'm just putting you on notice. I will not discriminate anything there. But get him wherever he is. He should leave town quickly. Chief, yeah, about 24 years ago. Come and see. My top boys. Now, Mr. Crabby, who could I care for the summer? A mobile baby, no one got a physical to the ground. Now we are making a say that. One more day, some of them came to my house, the patch. Now, what that? My top, down the who free here, Mr. Commander, and I am going to give him a showdown. 2 forms of showdown. I'll pitch him here, I will humiliate him here, and then organize for him to be pitching physically. Thank you.
One. When you say one,
What's your rank?
I'm the divisional operations commander.
What's it?
One, an internal contest.
It's always what you are.
Always. Internal contest. I'm coming. Internal contest. Between the same family.
I know that.
Between the same
I know that.
And after here, you will meet each other.
No, I've never needed him. He has never been part of this constituency. About confusion. Last time around, he was actually disqualified. That's some imagination that can be as well to be. Or to be I put that with our boy. I didn't go to my and this goes right now. I said, I've never needed him. I never needed him. If I believe no, my huna sasi so me. Bakuna dani ya to bakono na buhunu bako na na say you kwa appeal so buhunu bako me in my life. So he is not a cynical in this constituency.
You were a minister.
I know that. No, what is a minister about Yamato? One of my fathers are going to mention Moha. Asias are on it. Mention Moha. Now, me wouldn't say me about my chair. Now, I remember. Also, me say,
a minister, not just a minister.
Our cabinet minister, for Christ's sake, does he know this? I'm remember. I'm buying channel here, politics up. What the minister did, the Agrabo, who near the Afwas, I am, but that's why you're all here. And you should the uniform, this are rank, okay, my idea. Oh, you are aware of no rank, I come because I'm
no, I'm taking them says our comments in our way. It's just that you don't mean maybe you don't mean them.
I mean them. I mean them. You are asking me. You are watching me.
Yes, Madam Caroline, is that a minister you are referring to?
Yes.
So are those the utterances of a minister? He referred to himself as a cabinet minister. That was a cabinet minister.
Yeah, that's why I said the standards of our governance and politics in Ghana has been reduced. And with all due respect to him, he's like my father. My father might not have attained this pedigree or has not achieved what he might have. And what they now say is that if you are a poor man's child like myself, who finds herself in a certain position, who can do something positive to affect society, they feel that they are the only ones, the rich man's children, they are the only ones who are entitled. So when you speak out, they come and ask you who your father is. My father is nobody, but he's giving birth to a child like me who can affect society. That should tell you who God has made him to bring me forth. So after that conversation, we'll put it somewhere, you understand? But I feel sad to see an elderly man like this, you see, speak this way. And whether I like it or not, he's a minister and he's my minister. You see, so if this is the way he's thinking, no wonder the economy is like this. Can you blame anybody?
Well, talking about how the economy is and how money has come to play in things, we have, I think, a couple of videos that go to buttress what the state of money in Ghanaian politics has become, especially in this primaries. Producer, if those videos are ready, can we have them?
The Corruption Watch investigation alleges that the Deputy Maslok CEO, Haji Abibata Zakaria, took advantage of her office using the state agency's resources to induce delegates in the Yendi constituency. According to the report, Haji Zakaria distributed 1,000 Ghana cedis of state money under the Maslok loans to delegates of her constituency. She is also alleged to have distributed 3 bags of NPK fertilizers to each of the delegates in Yendi. Corruption Watch, upon its findings, contacted the deputy CEO for her response.
If you follow close, they will tell you the kind of interventions that I sent to the constituency since 2017.
Okay, but this one happened days to the election.
Yes.
But it's part of the effort you made for the campaign, right, for the election, these primaries.
Of course, those who benefited were definitely part of the people who were supposed to make the decision.
Her contender and winner of the elections, Alhaji Farouk Aliyu Mahama, who is the son of the late Vice President Aliyu Mahama, is said to have distributed 400 bottles of anti-snake sprays and 800 bags of fertilizers to delegates of the Yendi constituency, amongst other supplies to the constituency since 2017. The third contender for the constituency has also been cited for distributing dried fish, salt and other ingredients. In the Kwesimentim constituency in the Western region, Dr. Prince Ama, who beat the incumbent MP, Joseph Mensah, is alleged to have paid an amount of 1,500 Ghana cedis to each delegate, while the incumbent, Joseph Mensah, is said to have given an amount of 1,000 Ghana cedis in addition to a half piece of cloth to each female delegate and new singlets to each male delegate. In a Corruption Watch interview, the MP said vote buying has become a norm.
It's normal in our politics now. I will not run away. I will not shy away from this. That is the system we have. If anybody tells you that that's not what we are doing, it's not true.
What did you give?
Evidence might.
In the Efia constituency in the Western region, the MP and Deputy Minister of Energy, Joseph Kujo, is claimed to have distributed a standing fan, half piece of cloth, a 32 flat screen television, and an amount of 1,500 Ghana cedis to each delegate. Post the elections, he is alleged to have distributed 400 Ghana cedis to each delegate. His opponent, Dr. Adra Kujirba, who lost the elections, allegedly gave 400 Ghana cedis and a 32-inch television to each delegate a day before the election.
Wonderful. I don't have any question to ask you.
Yeah, you don't. You see, yes.
On this.
Yeah, so you see what our politics has been reduced to. You find out that people who are competent enough to be in that position, yeah, they will be deprived of getting to that position to help their constituents. You see, we were in this country before 2017, I beg your pardon. When you find people criticizing the government, now these are people who will be seen as those who love the country, those who have the country at heart because they were criticizing the then government. You see pastors, you see the clergy, you see people in high positions speaking against the government and calling out the government. These people would be called the good ones who want the well-being of Ghana. Post 2017, what do we see? What is the mood now? The mood now is that anybody that speaks is NDC. Okay, so NDC, so I am a proud NDC member. I am so proud, and this is the time I feel so good to be a member of the NDC. I've always been an NDC, but I love this party. So this is when you see voices, when you hear voices speaking, journalists speaking out, then they are seen as NDC. This is the time you don't hear anybody criticizing the government. It's as though they've lost their voices. Are they not thinking about the future? Are they not thinking about the generations after them? They've lost their voices. Oh, I pray that when President Mahama comes into power, their voices will be lost forever. I don't hope to hear, because in any case, President Mahama will not, his standards, they are not this low. So I won't even compare him to this government. His standards, President Mahama is light years ahead of the MPP's activities, whatever the MPP does. What he thinks, what the plans, and whatever he does, he's ahead. And we want to see what is going to happen in the coming days when we put.
Yes. So. Welcome back, and sorry for the abrupt abruptness of that advert. Yes, so Madam Carol, if you would not mind, let's take some messages from some of our viewers, and then we would round up today, and then continue on a later day. So thank you to all our viewers who have joined us. Thank you to our viewers in Sakina Information Center in Tetali in Northern Ghana. Thank you to our listeners on High FM 93.7 in Echuhima in the Eastern region. Thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. And thank you to all our viewers on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and the rest. Jaframa TV say good evening and greetings from Rara in Oti region. We are also live. Thank you very much, Jaframa TV, for tuning in and for broadcasting. Kweku Yevu says, welcome back, my brother. We are with you 2024 and beyond, watching from Suhum in the Eastern region of Ghana. Thank you very much, Kweku, for doing the watching as usual. Naneta Fremu, Happy New Year. You say greetings from Tetali, Northern Ghana, and the Sakina Information Center listeners. We love you. We love you too, and to all our listeners and Sakina Information Center. Robert Kimpe, you say Ghanaians are really ready for the comeback of John Mahama. 24-hour economy is the solution. Watching from Paris, France. NDC Diaspora Union, you see you are watching from Amsterdam, Holland. NDC is the only party in Ghana that has the interests of Ghanaians at heart. That's from NDC Diaspora Union. And we have Asempa Hine Boachi, Asempa Hine Boachi, Happy New Year to you. You said live from High FM at Achin Himai. You didn't acknowledge us. Oh, I thought I did. Sorry. Thank you very much, and welcome to all our listeners in High FM. Leila Mahama, Leila, you say respect, Comrade Albert and Comrade Caroline. Thank you very much, Leila Mahama, for always doing the viewing. Sarah Ofuriwa Dako, Sarah, you say much love and support. Thank you very much, Sarah, for doing the listening. Yeah, so, and there are so many more. We have Sekapa family. You say, wow, I love your show. Keep up the good work. Watching from Jumapo near Koforidua. Thank you very much for doing the viewing. Kwesi Insia, you say, Madam is very eloquent and on point. John Mahama and NDC all the way. Watching from Koforidua. Anglo Town. Is it? Yeah, Anglo Town. Yeah. Mavis Boateng, you say you're watching from Lisbon, Portugal. More fire, Madam Caroline. You are doing well. Fans TV, you say you're watching from Aflao, Volta region. We don't care who will be vice president. We only want to see the back of MPP. Thank you very much, Fans TV, and to all your viewers. Joe Buckman. Hey, good evening, Mr. Buckman. You say thank you I thank the whole Germany chapter for our effort to bring us to power. Comrades, I want to talk more on the agenda. I think 24-hour economy. I think that's what most of you are calling for. And we will bring 24-hour economy, as we said at the beginning of this program. This is just a general program to give an overview. As we move forward, we're going to zoom in on other things. Umar Dennis, hey, good evening, Alaji. How are you doing? You say, good evening, comrades, please. Just too proud of you people. Keep the flame burning, comrades. Thank you very much. Frima Oye, you say, Madam is dodging the question, but we all know who will be running meet, watching from Marseille near who. Well, she's not dodging the question. She said she's not the right person to answer the question. Nyame Yao Boy, you say, good evening, Albert and your team. Watching live from Nkwanta Lorry Station at OT region. I am the popular tea seller. I remember you from our last show, the last show of the previous year at Nkwanta Lorry Station. Don't forget, you are always live on Adelima Community Information Center at Tutu Kwene and KJB. Thank you very much, Mr. Boy, for doing the listening. Patience Dako, good evening and Happy New Year to you, Patience. You say good evening, watching from Hamburg, Germany. Good evening to you too for doing the watching. Ghana Himfie, you say what Madam is saying is the truth. NDC is a bench for corruption and evil people. Watching and listening from Achim Bosusu near Begoro in Fantiakwa South District. Thank you very much, Ghana Ahimfie. Ose Superior, thank you very much, Ose Superior, for doing the watching as usual. You said, well said. Madam is on point, watching from Barcelona, Spain. Aneba Lewuranu, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. Great delivery, Carol. Please hammer on 24-hour thing. The confusion is confusing the MPP. We will get to the 24-hour economy, not today, but we'll come back. We'll devote a whole show for it. Desire Alebaka, you say, Carol is simply great. Keep focus. Keep focus to you too. Thank you very much for doing the watching. NDC Germany chapter, you say Madam Carol is one of the best communicators of NDC Germany. I am looking forward to seeing you in the national level, and she shall be there and beyond. Maxwell Nettie, you say Madam Carol is one of the best communicators. You look forward to seeing her at the national level and beyond. And as I said to that one, we shall see. She shall be there and beyond. Teresa Osei, you say, bravo, MPP never again. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Teresa Osei. Tambro Edward, you say, I like your submission. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Mr. Edward, for doing the watching. Mr. Alebaka, you are back again. You say, good evening, Albert and Carol. Watching you live from Konkompare in Nadoli Kaleo district. Thank you very much for doing the listening and the watching all the way from Nadoli Kaleo district. And we are running out of time, but we are going to lump up all the other questions into one for our guests to give us a final delivery before we leave for today. And as we say, we are going to come back to deal with subsequent topics as we go along. So, Madam Carol, our listeners and our viewers are very happy with your delivery, and as are we. We are also as happy as our viewers and as our listeners are. we would want to just get your broad, understanding and submission of the referee of these elections. You can be as prepared as you may be, but if the empire of the game is not up to the task, if the empire of the game is not ready to play by the rules, your effort might not yield the desired results. Moving into the elections, the Electoral Commission, that is supposed to be the unfair empire, the fair empire in the elections, that's supposed to deliver free and fair elections, have come up with some new initiatives. Your party have been running away from IPAC. You just got back to IPAC. And your first day in IPAC, you have raised objection already. You say that you are objecting to the proposal of the EC to shift the voting day from December 7th to a day in November. Again, the EC says that they now have the best biometric devices in the world, and that because of that, they no longer want to put indelible ink on people's hands. And so they would not want to paint people's hands in these elections. And your party is also kicking against this. Why are you opposed to these initiatives, novel initiatives that the EC wants to bring to revolutionize elections in Ghana and to make elections, the global standard across the world? Yeah.
So, Albert, thank you for the question. You see, I want to say that I believe, or I don't think the NDC is against the date of the election being changed from December 7th, because if you recall, it was the NDC that started this process when Madam Charlotte Osei was the electoral commissioner.
Way back in 2015.
Way back in 2015, and then it got into 2016 June. And then it was taken to Parliament, and then the minority by then, which is MPP, kicked against it. The reason they gave was, we cannot bring such a great change in our electoral processes in an election year. The MPP, or this EC chair, she's had the benefits of being an EC chair since 2017, I think so.
Thereabout.
Yes. She had all the opportunities. She's brought up a lot of things. She would have also added this. Why now? And this EC chair has lost credibility with the Ghanaian people, trust. See, not because nobody has anything against her, but because of the continuous things she's done and where she stands. She's decided not to listen to anybody but her appointer. She's done everything to show that no, we cannot trust her. In the history of Ghana, there's no EC chair that has deprived people from a representation from Parliament. This EC did it. She's been able to do this. See, this is the time that we have people in very, very high positions who are party apparatchiks. Just like me, communicating for NDC. President Mahama doesn't know me, but at least, let's say he knows me now. And then I communicate. And the next thing you see, I'm at EC when President Mahama, or when after President Mahama comes, maybe then I'm there. I mean, who would take this EC serious? You forget about NDC or MPP. We need somebody who will not be biased, because I will always be biased when NDC comes. I'll always be biased. I mean, what do you expect from me? that my party is in power, and then I'm at the EC, and I have a soft spot for my party, and I watch on for my party to lose. That's why they say if you are in such a position, you don't have to identify with anybody, even though it is unspoken, even though we know that the president who appointed you, I mean, it's from you, it means that there is something. But this EC has shown from everything that she's done for the past 7 years that she cannot be trusted. So even if you have something like this, which was proposed by the NDC, we cannot trust you at this point in time, because you had a luxury of time from 2017 up until now, 2020. Even if it was 2017 that you were not really sure, 2020 after the election, what were you waiting for? You will wait up until now. And then you come and tell us that you don't want to use indelible ink. Indelible ink that has been used since time immemorial. That's when you come and you vote, everybody knows that you voted. In any case, who does it harm? Who does it harm? Something that will rather, it's like you've built a house that you have more security. You know, you have security doors and all that. And then you have a smart house in addition, something that will tell you that somebody has entered. You say, no, because I have the door. When the person is able to go through the door and enter my house, the person can do anything. Is that what we are looking at?
Today, let's put a pin on that conversation for today and return to it subsequently. As we said at the beginning of the program, this year we are going to focus and zoom in on a lot of matters relating to elections in Ghana. So I am sure that we will knock on your door in the very near future. And when we knock on your door, that you would respond and give us audience so that you give listeners and our viewers the education that they need moving into the elections.
So I mean, before, I'm sure you're going to give me a minute or two to sell my president to your audience, to your viewers and your listeners, because I need to. Yeah, you need to give me 2 minutes to talk about President Mahama and why they must vote for President Mahama.
I thought you had already marketed him.
No. You need to. So Albert, you see, just for 120 seconds, I need to talk about my president before you take me off. You see, so I want to tell Ghanaians that we were in this country when we were told that we'll be moving people. They will be moving this country from taxation to production. We were told that they would change everything in 18 months. We were told that we are going to have free SHS, which is now we don't even know what is going on with the free SHS. Now, if I just want to entreat Ghanaians, you see, this fight is not NDC fight. This fight is not for President Mahama to come because he wants to come back. It's because Ghana needs another independence. And the only way is to see the back of these people, the MPP. They need to go into opposition. So I want to entreat our young people to encourage the NDC grassroots. Go all out. If you are looking for integrity, if you are looking for somebody who is honest, if you're looking for somebody who understands people, who knows democratic governance, somebody who can bring something profitable to your doorstep, don't look far. Look the way of President Mahama. He is coming to change the fortunes of this country. And I tell you, I'm not speaking because I just want to market him, because I know he's done it before. And somebody who has done it before, you can't go in for somebody who doesn't know anything, who doesn't even understand what he or she is saying. So vote President Mahama massively. If you vote President Mahama for him to get 60%, the EC cannot do anything. But if you go and vote anyhow, then you know that, President Mahama can't do anything for you. But I know that the NDC is coming back into power. So vote NDC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Caroline, for your very eloquent submission. We are grateful to you that you've been able to make time to join us this evening and for your wonderful presentation as well. As we said during the beginning of the program, this year we are going to have a lot of time to delve much into politics, and so this is just the beginning. And as time goes on, we shall bring back more people so that we can discuss this further. And before we leave, we are most grateful to you, Madam Caroline, again for joining us, and we are most grateful to
Albert, you are making me look very old. Call me Caroline, Albert.
Receive it. You have the wisdom.
No, Albert, I'm very young. Please call me Caroline.
All right, Caroline. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to all our viewers and listeners, our listeners on Sakina Information Center in Tetali, in Northern Ghana. Thank you to our listeners on High FM 93.7 in Achuyima in the Eastern region. Thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. Thank you to all our viewers and listeners on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on all the other social media networks. And we have started powerfully, and we're going to move all the way through to the end of the year. And so make a date, same time next week, as we return to you to give you the best socio-political program in the evening and to make your day. So until we see you again next week, take care, stay blessed, and God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Yo, yamamu ajo esan emamu akaba edubanu kerme di ede Antonia kipa ifa ani ede no krenum atu bibia e wose edda.
Tune in on Today's Ghana News TV on our usual socio-political show, MyView.
Jumedi enam Today Ghana News TV so na Today Ghana News TV ubenya live on YouTube.
Eda nyame ase enen so aye rade pese me no ahia. Today Ghana News TV kasafidie iso.
Today Ghana News TV, we are the masters of the game.
Just like animal farm, justice mean inequity. So who